Son más efectivas para protegerte de personas sin mascarilla. Atrapan las gotas al toser o estornudar. Es necesario que uses tu mapa en transportes públicos como el metro, metrobús o similares, porque es difícil mantener el distanciamiento en estos lugares. Aparte de usar tu mapa, no olvides lavado constante de manos o uso de gel alcoholado. Mantener el distanciamiento físico. Síguenos en nuestras redes sociales @Nacional FM Panamá y @Crisol FM Panamá. Un día como hoy, 23 de abril de 1945, en el norte de Italia, en el marco de la Segunda Guerra Mundial, llegan tropas aliadas al río Po. Un día como hoy, en Nacional FM.
Carismática, decidida, modelo de fitness y embajadora de una reconocida marca deportiva. Jocelyn Pinto, presentadora panameña, 100% Ser TV.
Nacional FM y Crisol FM te informan. A partir del próximo lunes 19 de abril, el toque de queda en todo el país será de 12 de la medianoche a 4 de la mañana. Se permitirá la apertura de bares con terrazas al aire libre. Queda permitida la asistencia de público a las actividades deportivas al aire libre con un aforo del 25% y sin venta de licor. Paralelamente, a partir del próximo 17 de abril, se levanta la cuarentena de los fines de semana en el distrito de Changuinola, en la provincia de Bocas del Toro. No bajemos la guardia.
¿Sabías que en Operación Sonrisa Panamá, los cirujanos, el personal de la salud y todos sus voluntarios son 100% panameños? Y llevan 30 años cambiando la vida de miles de niños en todo el país. Fundación Operación Sonrisa Panamá.
Hola, soy la maestra Sumaira Arias de primaria. El timbre suena desde las 8 de la mañana. Daremos clase en la lengua materna. Los estaremos esperando en las emisoras Nacional FM y Radio Nacional AM. Somos más educación.
Degite mimigan, anuga Mileika Martínez, Dottogan Odurdaket. Weni Iban Bekakatar, Anmar Onodued Wakudariaratpa. Wachi Ilababaki, Wes Nundup, Ansuma Inonikue. Anmar Gayaburba Odurdaketki, Degisoku Anabiabitomalo, Cuacua Anabitomalo, We Radio Nacional FM, que Radio Nacional AM y Tomargua.
La Secretaría Nacional de Niñez, Adolescencia y Familia, con oficinas en la ciudad de Panamá, corregimiento de Bellavista, calle 39, edificio Torre Miramar, planta baja, con teléfonos 504-3983 y 524-1419, solicita la presencia de la señora Carmen Adela Joyce Archer, con cédula 8-207-309, para tratar asuntos de orden familiar. Lo anterior atañe a investigación administrativa que adelanta este despacho, con fundamento en el artículo 29 de la Ley 46 General de Adopciones de la República de Panamá. Este es un mensaje del CENIAF.
El Ministerio de Educación, Ser TV y su emisora Radio Nacional AM y FM, conscientes de la importancia de la educación en nuestro país, presentan Alfa Beta Radio. Un nuevo espacio para que estés informado acerca de los proyectos y programas del Ministerio de Educación. Alfa Beta Radio. Aclararemos tus dudas y te brindaremos información oficial y detallada. No te lo pierdas este lunes a las 4:30 de la mañana por la señal de Radio Nacional AM y FM. Todos somos Panamá, Ser TV.
Nacional FM y Crisol FM te informan. No salgas de casa sin tu mapa, mascarilla y pantalla. Usar mascarilla reduce la transmisión del COVID-19 un 80%. Acompañado con la pantalla facial, el porcentaje es mucho más alto. Protegen ojos, nariz y boca de partículas de saliva flotantes. Son más efectivas para protegerte de personas sin mascarilla. Atrapan las gotas al toser o estornudar. Es necesario que uses tu mapa en transportes públicos como el metro, metrobús o similares, porque es difícil mantener el distanciamiento en estos lugares. Aparte de usar tu mapa, no olvides lavado constante de manos o uso de gel alcoholado. Mantener el distanciamiento físico. Síguenos en nuestras redes sociales @Nacional FM Panamá y @Crisol FM Panamá.
Carismática, decidida, modelo de fitness y embajadora de una reconocida marca deportiva. Jocelyn Pinto, presentadora panameña, 100% Ser TV. Nacional 101.7, Crisol 106.9 FM, Radio Nacional 840 AM, junto a TV y Meduca presentan Conéctate con la Estrella. Estamos comprometidos con la formación pedagógica de la niñez panameña.
Conéctate con la Estrella Radio y TV. Conéctate con la Estrella Colón y Conéctate con la Estrella Radio, redes y TV. Radios y TV. Chiriquí y Bocas. Conéctate, Veraguas. Conéctate y la Icoma.
Suena el timbre de séptimo grado. Conéctate con la Estrella. Somos más educación.
Hello, everybody. Today is Friday, and we are so happy to be here one more time, right? I'm Teacher Evelyn and
Teacher Tatiana. And today we have our psychology Osiris Moreno, that she have a value information for you, my 7th grade students.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Teacher Tatiana. Muchísimas gracias. Hola, queridos estudiantes, aquí con ustedes su psychologist Osiris Moreno. En un minuto para ti. Queridos estudiantes, el tema de hoy es la inclusión. Si han escuchado sobre esta palabra, ¿verdad? La inclusión somos todos. ¿Pero qué es eso de la inclusión? La inclusión no es más que la actitud o la tendencia o la política, si así quiere llamarse, de integrar a todas las personas en la sociedad con el objetivo de que éstas puedan participar y contribuir en ella y beneficiarse de este proceso. La inclusión busca lograr que todos los individuos y todos los grupos sociales puedan tener las mismas posibilidades y oportunidades para realizarse como individuos. Como cuando en un concurso de talentos, ahora que están muy de moda, ¿verdad? Muy famosos, todos tienen la misma oportunidad de participar sin distingo de raza, religión, clase social, color de piel, etc. O como en las empresas que eligen al mejor candidato porque se le da la misma oportunidad a todos, sin importar su edad. Puede ser mayor de edad, joven, puede ser chino, puede ser nigeriano, de cualquier raza. ¿Pero por qué es necesaria la inclusión? En un mundo equitativo y más respetuoso frente a las diferencias es importante porque mejora la convivencia. La inclusión es la mejor muestra de respeto a la diversidad de personas. Beneficia a todas las personas independientemente de sus características y no etiqueta ni excluye a nadie. Proporciona un acceso equitativo, haciendo ajustes permanentes para permitir la participación de todos, valorando el aporte de cada persona. Es lo más importante de esta inclusión. Y jóvenes estudiantes, recuerden sus líneas de apoyo emocional en Boca del Toro 758-5377, en Los Santos 994-8555 y en Veraguas 998-2474. Teachers, muchísimas gracias.
Thank you. Wow, great. Now, I have a question for you guys. Tell me, how are you today? How are you today? Tell me, are you happy? Are you excited? Are you sad? Tell me. I'm happy. And you, teacher?
I'm so happy.
And you?
I'm so quiet.
Okay, very good. Now it's your turn to tell me, how are you today? Okay, very good. Remember that you can have access to our Google Classroom, and also you can text us through Instagram or through WhatsApp, okay? Great. Now, before I continue with the topic, let's try a riddle, okay? Let's try a riddle. This is the riddle. Pay attention. What begins with T, ends with T, and has T in it? Tell me. What begins with the letter T, ends with the letter T, and has T in it? Tell me what it is. What do you think it is? Okay? I don't know if Teacher Tatiana, do you know what is this about?
I have an idea. But can I tell you, or we will wait until the end?
Well, let's wait until the end. That's right. Let's wait until the end.
Yeah.
Okay? But I'm going to repeat it again. What begins with T, ends with T, and has T in it. Okay? Very good. Now,
let's see if the people who just joined us through Instagram. So I wanted to say welcome to Elias, welcome to Maria E. From El Valle de Antón. Profesora Maria Rodriguez, 7th grade English. Very good, Maria E. Also, we have people who just joined. So welcome everybody.
hello, welcome. That's right. Remember that this is for 7th graders, okay? So pay attention. This class is for you guys, okay? Now, the top, yes, teacher.
I have someone who write
the answer.
Let's see if I think that she's close.
Yes?
Mia Martinez. Mia Martinez say T. Is she close?
Well, yeah,
no?
she's close, yeah.
She's close.
She's close. Okay, but great. Thank you for being here to text us. Very good. Okay, the topic for today is the ethnic groups in Panama. Ethnic groups in Panama. Okay, this is the topic for today. Ethnic groups in Panama. And I'm going to talk about a little bit about this. An ethnic group is a group of people that have the same language, history, society, culture, tradition, location, and belief. Okay, this is what we call ethnic groups. Great. Now, objectives for this class that you will be able to identify characteristics of ethnic groups here in Panama. So you will be able to know them. And the objective number 2, that use WH questions to ask information. Okay, so this is great for you. We're going to use what and we're going to use where. Okay, so pay attention. This is our famous question. Did you know that Rosa Yvette Montezuma, do you know, right? Rosa Yvette Montezuma was the first indigenous woman to become Miss Panama. So this is something for you to know, that Rosa Yvette Montezuma was the first woman to become Miss Panama. So we are proud of her. Great. Vocabulary for today. Vocabulary for the topic ethnic group in Panama. Teacher Tatiana and Psychologist Osiri, yes, they are going to help me, right? Okay. And you have to do it at home, okay? Repeat okay, after me, okay? Mm-hmm. Great. We have where, native, plantain, handicraft. Great, thank you. Okay, I'm going to explain a little bit about these words, okay? When we say wear, it's what we are using it, right? It will be, for example, the clothes that we're wearing in our body. When we talk about native, the word native, they play an important role in the country's cultural diversity. So this is very native. This is an important word to learn, native. When we talk about that, it will be in number 3, the plantain. It's a food, right? Es el plátano. Delicious, right?
Plantain.
Yes, plantain. And the number 4 is handicraft. When you listen or you hear the word handicraft, it's something that we use our hands to create something. Okay, we use our hands to create something new. Okay, great. Examples of handicraft, we have the shakra bag, we have the molas, the basket, right? They are handicraft made from our indigenous here in Panama. We continue with the words, and also teacher Tatiana and psychologist Osiri is going to help me here. And remember, students, you need to repeat after us, okay? We have painting, dance, dress, necklaces. Very good. Okay, I'm going to explain a little bit. When we say painting, right, there are culture here in Panama that would paint in our body, okay? Our body and our face, our body. When we say dance, there are some dances here in Panama that are very famous. The indigenous have their own dances here. Yes, there are very, very beautiful dance. When we say dress, the indigenous here in Panama have different kind of dresses, okay? They use some dresses for dancing and other ones when they want to do something.
Like a special ceremony.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Like a special ceremony, yes. And the number 4 will be the necklaces, right? They do that with their hands. It will be like Shakira's, right? They do the necklaces and all the instruments that they use for dance or special ceremony, as teacher Tatiana said before. Very good. Now, let's practice. Let's practice the vocabulary, okay? Let's practice. Okay, in the picture, I'm going to describe the picture. Voy a describir las imágenes. I'm going to describe the pictures, okay? In the number 1, there is a little girl that has, like, I don't know how to say, I don't want to say the word because you're going to know the answer. But she's wearing something, okay? And the number 2 is a special food. Okay, so it will be A, plantain, B, necklaces. In the number 1, the girl is wearing something. The girl is wearing something. What it is? It's a plantain or necklaces. What do you think it is? Okay, I don't know if teacher Tatiana can help me here, or there is some any response back there.
Yes. So we have number 1, letter B.
Very good. That's right. Excellent. Good job. And the number 2 will be?
Plantain.
Very good. That's right. Plantain. Very good. Okay. Let's continue. It will be another practice. We have dance and handicraft. In the number 1, okay, in the number 1, there is a mola, right? So it will be dance or handicraft. What do you think it is? Dance or handicraft. Remember that when we say handicraft, it's something that we create with our hands.
So that will be handicraft. Letter B.
That's right. Very good. It will be the letter B. And the number 2, it's a group of indigenous that they are dancing. So it will be dance. That's right. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now, here in Panama, we have 3 different groups, and I'm going to say the different groups. Okay. It can be classified in. We have the major native group, the minor native groups, and other groups. Today, we're going to talk about major native groups. I'm going to repeat one more time. Major native groups, minor native groups, and other groups. Okay, great. Now, okay, in the major native groups, okay, I'm going to mention 3 that there are the most important groups here in Panama. We have the Guna, the Embera Wounan, and Nabe Bugle. There are the major native groups here in Panama. We have the Guna, the Embera Wounan, and Nabe Bugle. Okay? Great. The minor native groups, I'm going to mention the minor native groups. That we have the Bribri and the Naso Teribe. And in the other groups, we have mestizos, right? Blacks and people from other countries who are born here in Panama, okay? But we're going to talk about the first one. Now, this topic, we're going to introduce the WH questions. The WH questions. We use what, and remember, we use what when we ask for information about something. And we use where to ask or what places or positions, okay, to know. Asking in or at what places or position. We're using what or where. As I said before, I'm going to talk about the major native groups, okay? The major native group. Let's talk about a little bit of them. The Gunas love to eat tulumbasi. Fish. What is tulumbasi? Okay, it's a fish soup with coconut milk, plantain, and lemon. It's very delicious.
It's so delicious.
Yes, that's right. And they are famous for their molas, which are also part of the Guna woman dress. And this is the question. What is the traditional art of the gunas? Remember, we're using what, and when it's a singular question, we use the verb to be is. What is the traditional art of the gunas? So the answer will be the molas, because they're the famous, right? So this is the traditional. The traditional art of the gunas are the molas. See? What? Very good. We are using what. Now we have another reading. Okay, say, the Nove Bugle are located in Veraguas, Chiriquí, and Bocas del Toro. The Nove Bugle are located, or the Nove Bugle groups are located in Veraguas, Chiriquí, and Bocas del Toro. They speak Nabere Buglere. They love to eat Yanikenke, Dashin, Boshu, and Kalulu. And there is a question here. Where is Nave Bugle located? Remember, we're using where because we are going to mention a place. We want to know the place, so we use where. So the answer will be that the Nave Bugle is located in Veraguas, Chiriquí, and Bocas del Toro. See? Very good. Now, let's continue with another reading. The woman made Shakira necklaces and wear nawas. The traditional dance of this group is called yeki. So this is the question. What? Because we want to know what. What is Nove's traditional dance? What is? What? Remember, the information is not where because it's not a place. We want to know what it is. ¿Qué es? What is the Nove's traditional dance? So the answer will be the traditional dance of this group is called yeki. Will be yeki. See, because we want to know what it is, the traditional dance. So remember, guys, this information will be uploaded in the Google Classroom. And remember that the Google Classroom is, let me see, it's TO66L6D. La página de nuestra clase en Google Classroom es TO66L6D. So it is everything for today, right? It's everything for today because the class is off. But don't worry because we continue with 11th grade and then 9th grade. So don't move. Grade. Pay attention. We will be here in a soon, okay?
Make sure that you stick around.
Hola, soy la maestra Sumaira Arias de primaria. El timbre suena desde las 8 de la mañana. Daremos clase en la lengua materna. Los estaremos esperando en las emisoras Nacional FM y Radio Nacional AM. Somos Más Educación.
Degite mimigan, anuga Mileika Martínez, Dottogan Odurdaket. Weni Iban Bekaka tar Anmar Ono Dued Wakudariaratpa. Wachi Ilababaki, Wes Nundub, Ansumainonikwe. Anmargaya burba Odurdaketki. Degisoku Anabiabitomalo. Cuacua Anabitomalo. We Radio Nacional FM, que Radio Nacional AM. Y Tomargua.
Conéctate con la estrella Radio y TV. Conéctate con la estrella Colónico Play. Conéctate con la estrella Radio Redes y TV. Radio y TV. Chiriquí y Bocas. Conéctate, Veraguas. Conéctate. Conéctate y la comarca. Conéctate. Con la estrella vamos a aprender inglés. En Panamá y el web.
Todos juntos por Panamá. La educación es la luz que brilla en esta nación. Daniel, Angelo, Max Producer.
Suena el timbre de octavo grado. Conéctate con la estrella. Somos Más Educación.
Hello. Welcome back, my 8th graders. How are you? I hope that all of you are wonderful. Welcome to your English class. Excellent. So Evelyn is here. She will help me with this class. And also we have a guest today.
Hello, hello. That's right. And we have here the psychologist of City that she's going to tell us some value information. So pay attention.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Teacher Evelyn. Y antes de que se me olvide, queridos estudiantes, hoy con su psicóloga Osiris Moreno, debemos recordar que hoy se celebra el Día del Idioma Español, nuestra lengua materna. Queridos estudiantes, debemos valorarlo también hablando y escribiéndolo muy bien. Y para continuar con nuestro tema de la inclusión, queridos estudiantes, ¿qué es eso de incluir? Incluir y contener o algo o alguien. La misma supone contener o englobar a algo o a alguien dentro de otra cosa. Es un espacio o una circunstancia específica. Incluimos entonces es sumar a otra cosa ya existente. Así el término inclusión hace referencia al acto de incluir o contener a algo o a alguien. Usualmente este concepto se utiliza en relación a situaciones o circunstancias sociales en las cuales se incluye o se deja por fuera de ciertos beneficios a grupos o grupos sociales específicos. Estábamos hablando hace un momento las teachers sobre las etnias. En este sentido, recuerden que son personas que hay que incluir también, tanto social como la inclusión social, como la inclusión laboral y la inclusión educativa. Pero vamos a ver de qué se trata. Inclusión social es no dejar por fuera de beneficio a ciertos sectores de la sociedad. Normalmente, la inclusión social se relaciona con los sectores más humildes, pero también puede tener que ver con minorías discriminadas, en el caso de las minorías étnicas, ¿verdad? Y otros grupos sociales. También pueden ser dejadas de lado. Tal es el caso de comunidades aborígenes, como lo mencionamos, o de etnias minoritarias. O también en el caso de los extranjeros. Recuerden que nuestro país es un crisol de razas, aquí tenemos muchos extranjeros. Pacientes con enfermedades mentales también están incluidas en esto. Los gobiernos y las sociedades civiles realizan grandes esfuerzos con programas para reducir la brecha de esas desigualdades sociales que son la causa de muchos problemas de violencia, delincuencia y malas condiciones de vida. Por eso, joven estudiante, no olvides que la vida es inclusiva, solo tu mente es exclusiva. La inclusión social significa integrar a la vida comunitaria a todos los miembros de la sociedad, independientemente de su origen, de su actividad, es decir, de lo que hagan, de cómo sean, de su condición socioeconómica, ¿verdad?, que tanto dinerito tengan, o de su forma de pensar. Así que, queridos estudiantes, la línea de apoyo emocional no la olviden en Coclé 991-1024, en Herrera 970-0278 y en Veraguas 998-2474. Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you. That's what the words, the message from the psychology of Osiris Moreno. 1 minute for you, my student. Okay, so today we are going to finish with the topic type of family structure. It's very important that remember to protect yourself, like washing your hand with soap, disinfect areas to be used before and after, wear face masks as teacher right now is doing, practice social distancing. So I'm pretty sure that you are ready. At this time, you have your notebook, your pencil with your eraser and pen, because today's objective is to describe and share the different type of families in your neighborhood here in Panama. But before we start, today I have a tongue word twister. It's different. It's only 3 words we will practice the sound of the letter P. That's the sound that we're going to practice today, the P sound. So we have purple paper people, purple paper people, purple paper people. The idea is that you try to do a little bit, like you can use a timer, and then you practice, and then try to say it faster. Purple paper people, purple paper people, purple paper people. What? You try? Yeah, you have to practice, but at the end, I'm pretty sure that you can do it. Yeah. Purple paper people.
Purple paper people.
Yeah, and you repeat it 3 times. Purple paper people, purple paper people, purple paper people. So you have to practice.
Yes, that's right. Practice and practice a lot.
Yes. So today we will have the vocabulary. We are going to start with the vocabulary. We have Number one, first of all, we're going to repeat the words, and then I'm going to explain you a little bit of them. Okay, so let's start with number one. I will ask the help of teacher Evelyn and our psychology. Why not? So number one, society.
Society.
Number two, value.
Value.
Number three, support.
Support.
Number four, structure.
Structure.
Okay, good. Some of these words we can use as a nouns. For example, society. We already know what is a society. It's a member of a community that belongs to a community. Value, that is related words or important. And this is a special word. And the psychology can help me with that. Value is very important, not only for our family. Each of us should have a value. Okay, so let's go with the other words. So repeat after me. Number five, remarriage.
Remarriage.
Number six, divorce.
Divorce.
Number seven, adulthood.
Adulthood.
And number eight, share.
Share.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that you understand all of them. Remarriage, I mean, like you marriage again. Divorce, you separate. Okay, the husband and the wife separate. Adulthood is a state of being. So we have infancy, we have adolescent, and adulthood is another stage of being. That it means like mature. And share, that we have a portion of something with other. Let's go to the practice of our vocabulary. Okay, so we have a word here, 1 to 8, and also we have letters. So for example, if I read I'm going to read the definition, okay, and you will need to tell me the number. Okay, for example, letter A, member of a community. Okay, what will be member of a community? 1, society. 2, remarriage. 3, adulthood. Which one do you think it is?
Number one.
Number one, members of community. Right. Okay, let's try number B, the providing of necessary fund for a family to live. Okay, I will do this one. Okay, this is number A. They mean support. Now I wanted that it's your turn. So let's go with C, formal separation of husband and wife. What number will be that?
The number 6.
Yes, divorce. And then let me try. I will do number D, related word or importance, and that is number 5, value. So help me with letter E, a second marriage. What number is a second marriage?
Number 2.
Number 2, remarriage. Okay, so now it's my turn. Letter F. So to have a portion of something with others, and that is share. Number 4. So let's go with the letter G, the arrangement of the part of something.
Well, teacher, I'm sorry. I have a response here for the letter G. It will be the 7. I don't know, is that right?
The structure, very good. That's what I want, that you participate. Okay, very good. So let's try the last one. H, the state of being mature. So what will be? The last one, the number 3.
Number 3.
Adulthood. Very good. Okay, so basically, you have the opportunity to give us your answer through Instagram or WhatsApp. Okay, so.
Yes, sorry, teacher. I want to say hello to Enid, Vianet, Blanca Ramirez. I want to say hello to Kathat and Suleika. Hello. Welcome back. Remember that you can participate with us, okay?
Yeah, that's totally true. Okay, so remember that there are 6 types of family structure, okay? And I wanted to remind you which one they are, okay? And those are nuclear family, extended family, grandparent family, single parent family, childless family, and step family. Today we have a reading comprehension that talk about them. Okay, during 2 weeks we were talking about type of family structure. The reading, okay, it's you can find also in your booklet. Okay, the first lesson in your booklet you will find the reading. Traditional family is the title. Traditional family is the title. Okay, so there are different type of families in our society. The role of each family member It's important because it provides love, economic support, and value. There are 6 types of family structure that I just said it to you, and each one teach each other, serve one another, and share life, joys, and sorrow. When we describe a family, we always think about parents and kids, but it is not true. For example, in a nuclear family, and now I'm going to give you the definition of nuclear family, some have many children, with others have only one. Some have biological children, and others have adopted children. In an extended family, there are grandparents, aunts, uncles living together in the same house. Sometimes grandparents raise their grandchildren instead of their parents. This type of family is a grandparent family. When only one adult, mother or father, is raising children, it is a single parent family. It can happen because of parent divorce or death. Sometimes young couples choose not to have children, or they are not able to have children, but they have a family. They are childless families. When divorced, a widowed person remarries and they have children and decide to live together, it is a step family. The 6 types of families are part of the society and contribute with the support they give to their family members. All types of family structures are important, and each one of them have their own characteristics and roles in their family group to promote, support the physical, social, and intellectual development from infancy to adulthood. Okay, so in our Google Classroom, you will find this reading, and also there is a reading comprehension questions. For example, what is the title of the reading? Okay, what is the title of the reading? The title of the reading is Traditional Family. Okay, so read many times, no matter if you have to read 2 or 3 times. What is very important is that you understand. That is mean comprehension. Okay, and after you understand the reading, then go to the section where are the questions and try to answer. Okay, also we have like 4 other questions. What is the role of the family according to the reading? So if you go to the first paragraph and you read it again, you will find that answer. Okay, so remember, access to the Google Classroom, and you can practice reading comprehension, and also will help you to improve your writing and reading skills. Okay, the structure that we are practicing today, or we are going to practice today, is simple present with W questions with kind of. To create a W question, start with the WH word, then add do or does, then the subject. Okay, remember that the subject is the person or the thing that does the actions, followed by the base form of the verb. Okay, and here we have some examples. What kind of family do they have? What kind of family does she have? Okay, if you pay attention, we have 2 different subjects. We have they and we have she. We use the auxiliary do when the subject is plural. It could be we, they, or any plural noun. And we use the auxiliary does when the subject is singular. It could be he, she, it, or any singular noun. Okay? Great. So, but how can I answer to these questions? It's simple. And it's very simple. You are going to answer using the structure subject, base form of the verb, and the rest of the sentences. Let me give you an example. One of the questions is say, what kind of family do they have? And you can answer, they have an extended family. Okay, what kind of family does she have? She has a single family. Okay, good. So, and also, you can use different type. Remember that we're studying 6 type of family structure. So you can also say they have an nuclear family, or she has a extended family. Okay, what is very important also is that you must start with a capital letter and end with a period. Okay, so practice is the key in English. So we have a small practice. Complete the sentences with the correct auxiliary and verb form. Okay, remember which are the auxiliary. What are the auxiliary? Do, does. Okay, when I use do, when the subject is singular or plural?
Plural.
Plural, right. And when I use do, does. When I use do, when it's plural. When I use does, when it's singular. Okay, good. Okay. And the same happen with the verb have, have, the verb has. Okay, it's the same. What I mean with the same, when the subject is plural, we will use have, have. When the subject is singular, we're going to use has, has. Okay, so let me help you with the first one, and let's see if you can do number 2. What kind of family blank they have? The first thing that you must do is identify the subject. The subject is they. So the correct auxiliary is do. What kind of family do they have? How can I answer it? They have an extended family. Have. Okay? Let's see if you can try number 2. What kind of family blank he have? He is singular or plural?
Singular.
Singular. So I will use do or does.
Teacher, sorry, I have here through WhatsApp Carla. She wrote does and then he has.
Okay, right. Excellent, Carla. What kind of family does he have? And when you answer this question, it is he has, Has, a grandparent family also. Perfect. Okay, let me help you with number 3 and you finish with number 4. What kind of family blank she have? She is singular. So what kind of family does she have? And I will answer. She has a nuclear family. It's almost like number 2. So now it's your turn to answer number 4. What kind of family blank you have? Pay attention to the subject, you. Okay? So think about it. I can use do or does. And the same when you have the answer. I'm going to use have or has. Okay? So remember that everything is in our Google Classroom. So make sure that you practice. Practice is the key in English. It's over. Time is over for 8th graders. So see you.
Don't move. We continue with 9th graders.
Conéctate con la Estrella Radio y sembrar. Conéctate con la Estrella Colónico Play. Conéctate con la Estrella Radio, redes y TV. Radio y TV. Chiriquí y Bocas. Conéctate, Veraguas. Conéctate. Conéctate y la comarca. Conéctate. Con la Estrella vamos a aprender inglés. En Panamá y el web.
Todos juntos por Panamá. La educación es la luz que brilla en esta nación. Daniel, Angelo, Max Produ.
Suena el timbre de 9º grado. Conéctate con la Estrella. Somos más educación.
Yes, welcome back, my 9th grader. How are you? I hope that you are, especially number 1, that you are at home taking care of you and others. Okay, today you have your English class with Teacher Evelyn and myself, Teacher Tatiana, and today we have a special guest. So, Teacher Evelyn.
Hello, guys. I want to say hello to Melanie, Batista, Alexis, Axel, Tania, Javier. Hello to them. Now, as Teacher Tatiana said, we have a special guest here, psychologist Osiris Moreno, that she's going to tell us about this information. So, hello.
Hello. Thank you very much, Teacher Evelyn. Bueno, chicos, nuevamente con ustedes en Un Minuto para Ti. Y para continuar con este tema de la inclusión, somos todos. Pero, ¿qué puedo hacer yo para que esto sea una realidad? Recordemos que la inclusión es la actitud, tendencia de integrar a todas las personas en la sociedad con el objetivo de que éstas puedan participar y contribuir y se puedan beneficiar, ¿verdad? Te recomiendo que prestes tu ayuda directa cuando sea necesario. Respeta las decisiones de las personas. Hay momentos en los que todos preferimos estar solos, o la ayuda que se nos brinda o la propuesta que se nos hace no nos apetece, es decir, no nos gusta. Respétalo, no te ofendas. Escucha con atención. Las personas con discapacidad, como todos, tienen cosas que contar, ¿verdad? Actúa con naturalidad. Las personas con discapacidad agradecen que se eviten las diferencias en el trato y también agradecen que no haya paternalismo con ellos. Ellos quieren sentirse que son ellas las que hacen las cosas. Pídeles opinión también. Es importante contar con ellas antes de tomar cualquier decisión, porque todos tenemos derecho a estar incluidos en este tema. Y bueno, chicos, aquí les tengo una innovación que necesitamos para invitarte en el You Reporter. ¿Qué es el You Reporter? Es un espacio de participación para adolescentes y jóvenes entre 13 y 24 años para que sus ideas lleguen a quienes deban escucharlas. Los jóvenes que se unen a You Report son conocidos como You Reporters. ¿Se dice así, teacher? Thank you very much. Toda la información es confidencial. ¿Qué significa? Es anónimo. Lo que tú vayas a escribir, postear, informar, decir, o también decir algo que haya sucedido o en tu escuela o en tu vida, es confidencial. Nadie lo va a saber. Pero ¿cuáles son esos pasos para registrarte como You Reporter? El paso número 1 es guarda este número de WhatsApp en tu teléfono. 6354-3375. 6354-3375 como un contacto de WhatsApp bajo el nombre de You Report Panamá o Panamá. Como estamos en inglés, escribe el código MEDUCATOY con Y al final. Responde la pregunta anónima: edad, género, la provincia donde eres y tu distrito. ¿Ves que en ningún momento te preguntan tu nombre? Responde la primera encuesta sobre la educación. Cuando apenas tú te registras en este sitio, en esta plataforma de WhatsApp, te va a salir la encuesta. Tú escribes la palabra educación y va a aparecer la encuesta. Es importante, jóvenes, que se inscriban antes del domingo, porque el domingo ya expira la encuesta y nos interesa mucho conocer todas las cosas que ustedes nos tengan que decir. Esta es como una plataforma para saber sus gustos, sus necesidades, las situaciones que pueden estar pasando de manera anónima. O si quieren de repente denunciar alguna situación. Y es anónimo, así que por lo menos ustedes van a estar muy bien en este sentido. Y bueno, para terminar, jóvenes estudiantes, no olviden las líneas de apoyo emocional. En Colón, 470-0376. En Panamá Oeste, 515-7396. Y en San Miguelito, 233-5592. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so ninth graders, are you ready? I hope that you are ready. So teacher Evelyn, before you say greeting, do you remember your riddle? So why we don't say the answer of the riddle? Because then we will forget it.
Okay, well, I have to...
I wrote it in the Instagram, okay? That start with the letter T, and with the letter
yes.
T, and have a T in it.
That's right. It's
and what is the answer?
It's a teapot.
Teapot. Okay, so for those who was waiting for the answer of the first riddle, that it is teapot. Okay, now, but I have a second one. Okay, it says, what can you catch but never throw? What can you catch but never throw? And I give you some clue that start with the letter C and end with the letter D. And I'm going to make a song here, like. So let's see if the Instagram you can answer it, and before we finish, we can give the answer. Okay, see, you have an idea. Okay, so today we will finish our topic: building a strong family during COVID times. Today's objective is to share aspects related to COVID-19 that is strengthen family relationships. So we are going to have like some tips that help you to make your family strong during this time, okay? So that is very important, okay? So let's start with the vocabulary. So,
Yes, sorry, teacher, but I want to say...
No, that's okay.
Okay, Alexis Axel Higro. Hi, teacher, how are you?
I am wonderful. On yourself, Alexis. we are going to continue with the vocabulary. Remember to repeat after me. So number 1.
Well, sorry.
Hey, yeah, that's what I like.
AJBM, he wrote mascarilla, teacher.
But mascarilla is
Will
a
be
Spanish word, and it have more than 4 letters. So it was 4 letters. Start with the letter C and end with the letter D.
English.
So okay, so
In
but
English.
I appreciate that you try.
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
That's and you was it was
Important.
something related to health, but that is not the answer, Alexi. Okay, so let's go with the vocabulary. So repeat after me. Number 1, anxious.
Anxious.
Number 2, attitude.
Attitude.
Number 3, telecommuting.
Telecommuting.
And number 4, news.
News.
Number 5, strengthen.
Strengthens.
Number 6, relative.
Relative.
Number 7, pandemic.
Pandemic.
Number 8, disrupt.
Disrupt.
Great. And now let's go to the practice. Vocabulary practice.
Okay, before continue, teacher, Luis, he wrote cold. The teacher, Luis Arjona.
We don't have like we need like music and everything. Yes, it
Very
is
good, teacher
cold.
Arjona. That's right.
Excellent. Okay, so here we have the pictures and have numbers. Okay, each picture have a number. The 1, telecommuting. Number 2, attitude. Number 3, news. Number 4, strength. Number 5, relative. Number 6, disrupt. Number 7, pandemic. And number 8, anxious. Okay, so we have to write the number beside its definition. So letter A, the practice of working from home. And before I help you, I will do 1 and then you do the second one, and we go in that way. I do 1, you do 1. Okay, so I will start with the letter A, the practice of working from home, that is nowadays very popular. The majority of the Panamanians are at home working, so that will be number 1. Telecommuting. Okay, that will be number 1. So remember that this practice is in Google Classroom, or also you can take a screenshot if you're using your cell phone. So let's see if you can do the B, to make or become stronger. To make or become stronger. So that is number
4.
Number 4. Let me try letter C, experience worry, uneasy or nervousness, and that is number 8, anxious. And that is also something that there are a lot of people that have it anxious due to the pandemic. Okay, so let's see if you can give me the answer from letter D, a report of a recent event.
News.
Number 3, good. And the last one, a member of one family, and that is
5.
Relative, very good. Okay, so the coronavirus pandemic, COVID-19, as we know, has disrupted family life around the world. School closing, telecommuting, physical distancing, it's a lot for everyone. And here we are I'm going to talk about some helpful tips that strengthen families in time of COVID-19. Number 1, we are talking about COVID-19 pandemic. It is very important that the member of the family, your parents, your grandparents, your siblings, or your sister or your brother, talk about COVID-19. This should not be a secret. Okay, if you keep this in secret because you are scared or afraid, that's what you are going to share to your family. So silent and secret no longer protect your family from COVID-19. Okay. Number 2, one-on-one time. It means that try to have a specific time with each family member. Okay, you can use this specific time to cook, to practice or do exercise, to listen to music, to do some sport. Okay, but what is important is that you take a time with your sister, or you take a time with your father, or you take a time with your mother to do something specific. Okay, good.
Yes.
So the other one is maintain a positive environment, okay? A good attitude, okay? Cooperate with chores. Number 4, have fun, okay? Yeah, it doesn't mean because we are in a closed space, that we're at home, okay, that we are locked down, that we cannot get fun with the members of our family, okay? There is a lot of activity that we can do. We can play table games. We can cut in stories. Grandmother and grandfather love to count stories. You can sing. You can play memory games. Or also you can. I see that it's very popular making videos in TikTok.
That's right, TikTok.
Yeah. So
I love it.
You can try that, right? So, and number 5 that I think is the most important is stay calm and manage stress. Okay, and there have many activities that you can do. At least you can take like a break, 1 minute to close your eyes and think about any situation. Or no, don't think. That is what you have to avoid. Do not think in anything. Take that 1 minute to relax, close your eyes, feel your body, okay? Feel your bodies, and that way you will understand what happened around you, okay? So you can practice these helpful tips to strengthen your family during this time, okay? So let's see about the structure today.
Okay, before I continue, teacher, I want to say hello to Lourdes Kiel and to Adelis Medina. Hello, and say goodbye to Alexis. Yeah.
Yeah. Alexi, I hope that you participate. I wanted to see more answers like the call. Okay, so we use a present simple. It is affirmative form to confirm situations that regularly, repeatedly, or always occur. The structure, when we write in simple present affirmative using irregular verbs, are the subject plus the base form of the verb. Remember the base of the subject. If the subject is third person singular, we need to add s, ies, or es, okay? Then the object and then the period. I always say to you, start a sentence with capital letter and the sentence with a period. Good. So remember the rule for the third person singular. I just said it to you. Okay? So let's practice. Practice. Is the key in English. Choose the correct verb. Okay? We have 2 options, letter A and letter B. Number 1, in Panama, people plan to stay at home. Letter A, has. Letter B, have. Okay? What I always say to you, look for the subject. Okay? Look for the subject. Number 1. Okay. What is the subject in number 1?
People.
Yeah, people. Okay, so people is singular or plural?
Plural, teacher.
Yeah, plural. So it will be letter A, has, or letter B, have. It will be letter B, have. Okay? Make sure that you understand this. Plural, we're going to use a have. Okay, no S. Number 2, my aunt, blank, stronger during COVID-19. We have letter A, becomes, and letter B, become. Okay, we have become with the letter S at the end and become without the letter S at the end. What is the first things that you have to do?
The subject?
The subject, yeah. So what is the subject? My aunt. Only one person. Okay, only one person. So that is singular or plural?
Singular.
So the correct answer is letter A or letter B?
A.
Letter A becomes with the letter S at the end. Good job. Okay. The number 3, the chief, blank, the disinfection of the office. And we have letter A, leads, and letter B, lead. Okay, so again, what is the first thing?
A. The subject.
The subject. Yeah, the subject. So the subject is singular or plural? Singular. So we need to make sure that our verb will have the letter S at the end. So the correct answer is
A.
Excellent. And number 4, bus drivers, blank, risks every day. So what is the first thing?
Subject.
Subject. And what is the subject here?
Bus driver.
Bus drivers. It ends with the letter S, so it means that it's more than two. So that is plural. Yeah. So the correct answer is letter A or letter B?
B.
Letter B. Okay, take without.
Okay, Michelle, she wrote becomes. She wrote become, but I thought that she forgot the S. It becomes. Very good. And then on the number 3, she wrote leads. Very good, Michelle. That's right.
Excellent. Yeah, you see, singular.
Plural take. Very good, Michelle. That's right. The number 4, it's plural, and it's the letter B. That's right. Good job.
Excellent, Michelle. Good job, Michelle. Okay, excellent. Good job. So remember that you can find this practice in our Google Classroom. The password is TO66L6D. Okay, you will find here the class and the practice for 7, 8, and 9th grade. And you can practice. Take at least 5 minutes each day to review your notes and practice. Okay.
Okay, before finish, teacher, do you know that today is the English Language Day, April 23rd? So, happy English language.
Happy English language.
And also, I want to say hello to Mr. Oscar Baloyes from Tuabre.
Yeah. Hello. Greeting from
Cocle.
Wow. Okay. So my 9th grader, we just finished for today. Remember to protect yourself, washing your hand with soap or using alcohol. Disinfect all area before and after you use. Make sure that if you have to go out, don't go out if it's not necessary. Wear a face mask and practice social distancing. Evelyn?
Yes, I want to say hello. Saludos para los estudiantes del preescolar Maylin Mendoza del Centro Educativo Las Pleiades hasta Ranchería.
Whoa, we have a little kid. Listen to us. You see?
That's right. They are learning a lot here.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next Friday. Take care.
¡Hola, amiguitos! Este lunes a las 8 de la mañana suena el timbre para dar inicio a las clases en lengua materna Cuna Dulegaya por Nacional FM y Radio Nacional AM, comprometidos con la educación de las niñas en las comarcas.
Degitanaimak, Weni, Iban Bekaka, Targi, Wachi, Ilava, Watkinga, Panan, Margao, Legue, Esnondupa, An Marodur Malatule, An Marodur Dainonikoe, de Sokudina, Guacua, Ambico Malo, Ito Malo, We Radio Nacional FM, que Radio Nacional AM, Ayamar, Bularin Maramardur de Maloe, Ito Margua.
¡Somos educación!
Conéctate con la estrella Radio y Sembrar. Conéctate con la estrella Colónico Play. Conéctate con la estrella Radio, redes y TV. Radio y TV. Chiriquí y Bocas. Conéctate, Veraguas. Conéctate. Y la comarca. Conéctate. Con la estrella vamos a aprender inglés. En Panamá y el Güey.
Todos juntos por Panamá. La educación es la luz que brilla en esta nación. Daniel, Angelo, Max Producer.
Hola, soy la maestra Sumaira Arias de primaria. El timbre suena desde las 8 de la mañana. Daremos clase en la lengua materna. Los estaremos esperando en las emisoras Nacional FM y Radio Nacional AM. Somos más educación.
Degite mimigan, Anuga Mileika Martínez, Dottogan Odurdaket, Weni Iban Bekaka tar Anmar Onodued Wakudaryalatpa, Wachi Ilababaki, Wes Nundup, Ansumainonikwe. Anmargaya burba Odurdaketki, Degisoku Anabiabitomalo, Cuacua Anabitomalo, We Radio Nacional FM, que Radio Nacional AM, y Tomargua.
Conéctate ecológico cree. Conéctate.
Suena el timbre de 10º grado. Conéctate con la estrella. Somos más educación.
Hello, welcome. Today it's Friday and we're happy to be here today. It's just an awesome day in Panama, and this is your time for you, all dear students in Panama. First and foremost, I really want to welcome those students who are with us today. Not only those who are through Nacional FM Panamá and Crisol, but for those who are listening to us on the radio, whether you are on Nacional or Crisol. Teacher, you see that we do have all our social media on right now. And also we do have a WhatsApp number for all students to interact. I am your broadcaster, Mr. Arjona, and with me, Professor Grandin. So how are you doing, teacher?
I'm doing great. You know why? Because we are starting our English class. I mean, I'm very, very happy to be one more day with you guys. As Teacher Arjona said, you got different ways in which you can interact with us. You got Instagram, Conéctate con la Estrella, Nacional FM Panamá, and you also get a WhatsApp. If you're just listening to our class, you can chat us through WhatsApp. 6004-8182, 6004-8182. That's the number, and I learned it. Okay,
excellent.
That's great. But before we start with these interesting topics for 10th, 11th, and 12th graders, we're going to listen to our favorite guest here, Miss Osiris Moreno. We're very happy to have you here, to have you back. And let's listen to what she's going to say to us. Something interesting, I guess.
Thank you very much, Teacher Yosira. ¿Cómo están a todos ustedes?
Great.
Nuevamente aquí con ustedes en Un Minuto para Ti, su licenciada Osiris Moreno. Y recordando el tema que nos ocupa, la inclusión somos todos, debemos recordar que la definición es que la inclusión es una actitud, es como una tendencia o una política, en otros términos, de integrar a todas las personas en la sociedad con el objetivo de que éstas puedan participar y contribuir en ella y beneficiarse en este proceso. ¿Pero qué busca la inclusión? Busca lograr que todos los individuos o grupos sociales puedan tener las mismas posibilidades y oportunidades para realizarse como individuos. Como cuando en un concurso de talentos todos tienen la misma oportunidad de participar sin distingo de raza, de clase social, de color de piel, religión, por ejemplo, ¿no? O en las empresas cuando eligen al mejor candidato sin importar la edad, porque también tienden a discriminarse las personas de edad en algunos casos, o a los jóvenes, o puede que sea de una etnia en particular, puede ser chino, indígena, o hasta africano, si se quiere. Aquí en Panamá somos crisol de raza, no lo olvidemos. Pero ¿por qué es necesaria la inclusión? Porque nos da un mundo más equitativo y más respetuoso frente a las diferencias. Ayuda a mejorar la convivencia. La inclusión es la mejor muestra del respeto a la diversidad. Beneficia a todas las personas independientemente de sus características, es decir, de cómo sean, de lo que piensen, sin etiquetarlos ni excluirlos. Proporciona también un acceso equitativo, es decir, por igual, haciendo ajustes permanentes para permitir la participación de todos ellos, valorando su aporte de cada una de estas personas a la sociedad. Y bueno, jóvenes estudiantes, no olviden las líneas de apoyo emocional en Colón 470-0376, en Herrera 970-0278 y en Los Santos 994-8555. Muchísimas gracias, teacher.
Thank you, Miss Moreno. Thank you for this information. So let's start with the topic for 10th graders. So 10th graders, be ready, grab your notebook, pen or pencil, because we're going to start with this interesting topic, introducing yourself and others. You know, weeks ago we have been seeing how to introduce ourselves, how to greet people, but now we're going to see how to introduce other people, you know, to present other people, you know. So let's start with the next slide, talking about the learning objectives of this class. And you are going to be able to demonstrate your language skills, to introduce yourselves and others. Also, to use pronouns and the verb to be correctly. The success criteria, what you're going to achieve after this topic, is that you can introduce, I can introduce myself, I can introduce a relative or a friend. I can use pronouns and the verb to be. And we're going to continue with this topic. So this is what we're going to achieve. Well, let's see our favorite segment. Did you know? Yeah, favorite segment, Teacher Arjona. And it says, this is very interesting. You will like it.
I do.
It says, in Argentina, people greet with one air kiss. You know, one air kiss. However, in countries such as Spain and Italy, it's two. Okay, so 2 air kisses. Okay, so you just touch a little bit your cheek, with the other person, and the kiss goes on the air. Okay,
Yes.
Very interesting information, teacher.
Yeah,
You
that's
presented, right?
great. But I want to greet those who are joining the class, Teacher Arjona.
Definitely. We have a lot of people that are starting to join our class today. So we got here Giselle, we got Caro, we got Sandra, Keniab, we also got Michelle. There are lots of people, teacher, ready for your lessons, and they're here to be participating. So
I can say here at Conéctate con Estrella Instagram, we got Humberlin, Melanie Arienis, Lourdes Barranco, Amarelis Gonzalez. People who are joining the class. Hello, guys. Remember that you can participate. You can interact with us through Instagram and WhatsApp.
teacher, we do have a viewer on Instagram. She is asking you for the topic. Like, what's the topic?
The topic is about introduce yourself and others. That is the topic for today.
What grade is it?
10th grade. We're starting with 10th grade. Yes. Okay. So we got something important for you to practice. Let's start with practice. People love to practice, okay, during this hour. So let's start with a practice. And we got, what do you know? Choose the correct answer. So you can see people greeting or introducing themselves. So we can see the way they are dressing, if it's formal or informal. We got 2 options. A, informal. B, formal. Okay, so you have to tell us according to the picture if it's a formal, if it's A, informal, or B, formal. Let me describe the pictures for those who are just listening to the class. The picture number 1, we can see people dressing with tie, coats. I mean, they are like at work, it's very, very polite. Also, picture number 2, we can see the same situation. We can see people, greeting each other, but they are well dressed, with an outfit like when you go to work. And in picture number 3, we can see 2 people. We can see a man and a woman. They are meeting each other, but they are like in an airplane, okay, traveling maybe to another place, another country, okay? So you have to tell us if it's A, formal, or B, informal. B, A, informal, B, formal. Okay, so you just have to send us the number and the letter. If you consider 1, it's formal, you can say 1, B, 2, A. So it's according to what you see in the picture. Teacher Arjona, I don't know if we got something there or you want to greet someone.
No, there's people are still thinking, so you can go ahead in the meantime they decide the answer.
Yeah, and let's go with something very important here, which is the vocabulary. So we got here 2 people who can help me to pronounce these words. And also you can do it from your house. You can pronounce these words as well with us. But if you have a person close to you, you can, pronounce with the person, so the person can listen to you and the other person can pronounce and you can listen to the person as well. Okay, so let's see. Number 1, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Introduce.
Name.
Age. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We also got hobby. Address. Nickname. Like, dislike.
Dislike.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Okay, so these interesting vocabulary, these are words that we can, take in consideration at the moment that we are introducing ourselves or introducing other people, okay? And we got to match, Teacher Arjona. We got to practice here. We got to match. You have to match the word with the picture, okay? Let's listen to the words that we're going to match with the pictures. We got number 1, introduce. Number 2, age. Number 3, nickname. Number 4, like or dislike. And number 5, nice to meet you. Okay, we got these words and you have to match the word with the picture. Remember that when we talk about age, we're talking about the amount of years that we are, okay? Also, nickname, it's the other way that people can call you. For example, your name is Alberto, but people call you Beto, okay? So that is a nickname. Also, we got like or dislike. So when we say like, you know, we know a lot about like because when having Instagram or Facebook, if we like a picture, you know, so, you know, if you like or dislike something that is not good for you. And the last one, nice to meet you. That is a very well-known expression that we use when we are, you know, meeting someone for the very first time, okay? Exactly. So we got this match. We got pictures. In picture A, we see people like, you know, shaking hands. B, we see these stickers when we say that something is good for us or not good. Also, we got C, picture C. We can see, you know, 3 people. They are introducing themselves. Okay. Picture D, we can see different names. And picture E, we can see, you know, people from, you know, children to adults, okay? So you can tell us your answers, okay? And let's continue, with the topic explanation. We got this, introducing people, okay? When we introduce people, you know, we give information about our name, address, place of birth, educational background, family, okay? So when we say our name, we say my name is, for example, my name is Josita or I am Josita. When we say our address, okay, we say I live in or my address is, for example, I live in Paitilla or my address is in Paitilla, okay? Place of birth, we can say I am from Panama or I come from Panama. Educational background, it's about your studies. Where did you study or where do you study right now? Family, I have 2 brothers, for example. When we talk about a previous background, I am graduated from, you know, any school. Hobbies, my hobby is, you know, playing the piano. As Teacher Arjona mentioned before, I don't know if it's true or not, but he said that, okay? So these are information that we can say. But what about when we introduce other people, okay? When we introduce other people, okay, we say, like, for example, I want Mr. Arjona to meet Osiris, so I can say, oh, Mr. Arjona, may I introduce my friend Osiris? May I introduce my friend Osiris? Yes. Or I can say, oh, Teacher Arjona, this is Osiris. This is Osiris. So these are ways that I can say, may I introduce my friend Osiris? That's kind of, you know, polite. And also I can say, this is Osiris. That's another way. Or I can say, have you met Osiris? Have you met Osiris? Or I can say, I would like you to meet Osiris.
That's very formal, teacher.
Yeah, that's very formal. I would like you to meet Osiris. Okay, so the pronunciation should be, you know, really fancy. And also, I want you to meet Osiris. Wow. I want you to meet Osiris. So these are ways that you can introduce other people, okay? So you can practice these. If you have a friend close to you, you can practice these expressions. And we have a practice. We have a practice here, okay, in which you can see the pictures, okay? You can see the pictures, and you can tell us through Instagram or WhatsApp if you consider that in this picture, people are introducing themselves or introducing other people. Okay, we got 2 options. A, introducing yourself. For example, my name is Josita. Nice to meet you. Or if you are introducing others, for example, oh, Mr. Arjona, this is Osiris, okay? So that is introducing other people, okay? So you can tell us through Instagram and WhatsApp. We got picture number 1. We see 3 people. We see 2 girls and a man there, okay? and it looks like two of them, they know already each other, but it's, introducing the other girl. Number 2, we can see only 2 people shaking hands. And in picture number 3, we can see 3 people, 2 girls and a boy, okay? So you can tell us, what do you consider? If it's A, introducing yourself, or if it's B, introducing others. I don't know if you want to greet someone.
Yeah, we have
Instagram.
Nancy connected here. So
hello, Nancy.
She's listening to our class, so they're all getting prepared to start answering your questions.
Yeah. I need people to respond, Anything that you want to send for us is very important. And we have another practice here. Choose the correct answer. And on this practice, what I want you to do is that you can listen to the expression and you have to tell us if this expression is about introducing yourself or introducing others. Okay, so you have to tell us if it's about introduce yourself or introducing others. Okay, number 4, we got, my name is Sarah. My name is Sarah. If I say my name is Sarah, am I introducing myself or others? A, introduce yourself, or B, introduce others. I heard Miss Osiris, I guess she knows about that. So what do you think, Miss Osiris? Is it my name is Sarah? It's introduce yourself, A, or B, introduce others? What do you consider it is? A or B? A, that's great, excellent. We got other expression. This is my friend Caro. If I say this is my friend Caro, what is that? A, introduce yourself, or B, introduce others. Okay, and we got another expression. I want you to meet John. Is it A, introduce yourself, or B, introduce others? I don't know if you want to say.
I would like to try number 5, teacher.
Okay.
Number 5, I would say is letter B.
B, introduce others. If you say, this is my friend Carol, that is, introduce others. And the last one, I want you to meet John, that will be introduce others, B, okay? Because you are introducing other person, okay? So, we got a dialogue as well, we got a dialogue, but we need 3 people to do this dialogue. I don't know if we got time. I guess we got some time to do this dialogue. So we got Mr. Arjona, Miss Grandison, which is me, but we got a 3rd person whose name is Michael. So it's going to be for Miss Osiris, who's always helping us here. Okay, so Mr. Arjona, can you start?
Yeah. Good morning, Miss Grandison.
Good morning, Mr. Arjona. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Not too bad. Mr. Arjona, this is my cousin Michael. Michael, this is Mr. Arjona, my English teacher. Michael.
Oh, Michael.
Yeah.
Pleased to meet you.
Excellent.
¿Cómo lo digo?
Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
Okay, Teacher Arjona.
Yeah, pleased to meet you too. Are you from England, Michael?
Yes, I'm from London. I'm from London. And you? Are you from London?
No, I'm from Derby, but I live in London now.
Well, goodbye, Mr. Arjona. It was nice to see you.
Yes, goodbye. Take care.
Okay, great job. You did a great job, Mr. Arjona and Miss Osiris. Great job. But we got some other practice. But remember that we got a Google Classroom in which we can see all this information. Remember, you got access to this and you can solve the practice, upload your homework, and then we can give you some feedback about your work. Okay, so time is up. Okay, but we're coming with more. Great job, guys. So we continue with more. Take care.
Hola, soy la maestra Sumaira Arias de primaria. El timbre suena desde las 8 de la mañana. Daremos clase en la lengua materna. Los estaremos esperando en las emisoras Nacional FM y Radio Nacional AM. Somos más educación.
Degite mimigan, anuga Mileika Martínez, Dottogan Odurdaket. Weni iban bekakatar, anmar onodued wakudaryalatpa. Wachi ilababaki, wes nundup ansumainonikwe. Anmargaya burba odurdaketki. Degisoku anabiabitomalo. Cuacua anabitomalo. We Radio Nacional FM, que Radio Nacional AM. Y Tomargua.
Conéctate, conéctate con la estrella ecológico Play. Conéctate, conéctate con la Estrella Radio, redes y TV. Radio y TV. Chiriquí y Bocas. Conéctate, Veraguas. Conéctate, conéctate, conéctate y la comarca. Conéctate.
Suena el timbre de 11º grado. Conéctate con la estrella. Somos más educación.
Hey, what's poppin'? Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to your favorite class. This class is for 11th graders. It is Friday, and it's a beautiful day, isn't it? Today, we're very delighted and happy to be sharing with you all this awesome topic. Teacher, you see that we want to welcome all our students from Panama, that they are in 11th grade, that they are ready to take this class and take advantage of the great opportunity we're offering today. You will have chances to practice and interact with us through our social media. We are on the air through Nacional FM and Crisol, whether you're using Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, and all our dear listeners, they have the radio on listening to this awesome class. Teacher, without any further ado, I would like you to introduce our dear audience to greet them.
Yeah, as Teacher Hosanna said, you got different ways and you can interact with us. And remember also, if you're in your car, you know, and you're listening to the radio, you can participate as well. You can listen to the class, you can practice, pronounce the words, you know, you solve the practices that we are, you know, showing you on the screen, okay? Anything that we're gonna try to give you all the information that you will need in order to understand what we're saying and the practices that we are presenting in class. Teacher Hosanna, we got our special guest, my friend, Miss Osiris Moreno, with interesting topic for us.
Hola, hello, hi, ¿cómo están, queridos estudiantes? Nuevamente su psicóloga Osiris Moreno en un minuto para ti. Y para continuar con nuestro tema de la inclusión somos todos, nos hacemos la pregunta, ¿pero qué es incluir? Incluir significa contener a algo o a alguien. La misma supone contener o englobar algo o a alguien dentro de otra cosa, meterla. Es como un espacio o circunstancia específica. Incluir entonces es sumar algo a otra cosa ya existente. Asimismo, el término inclusión hace referencia al acto de incluir y contener a algo o a alguien. Usualmente este concepto se utiliza, jóvenes, en relación a situaciones o circunstancias sociales en las cuales se incluye o se deja por fuera de ciertos beneficios sociales a grupos específicos. Por eso podemos hablar de inclusión social, de inclusión laboral, de inclusión educativa, inclusive de inclusión familiar. Todo eso, sí, señor. Entonces, inclusión social es no dejar afuera de los beneficios a ciertos sectores de la sociedad. Miren, normalmente la inclusión social se relaciona con los sectores más humildes, pero también puede tener que ver con minorías discriminadas y dejadas de lado, como tal es el caso de comunidades aborígenes o etnias minoritarias, también los extranjeros. No olvidemos que nuestro país es un crisol de razas y a ellos también hay que incluirlos. También hablamos en estos términos con pacientes con enfermedades mentales. Los gobiernos y las sociedades civiles realizan grandes esfuerzos con programas para reducir la brecha de las desigualdades sociales, que son la causa muchas veces de muchos problemas de violencia, delincuencia y malas condiciones de vida. Por eso, joven estudiante, la inclusión social significa integrar a la vida comunitaria a todos los miembros de la sociedad, independientemente de qué, de su origen, es decir, de dónde venga, de cualquier etnia que venga, o su posición social, de su actividad, es decir, de lo que realice. Vale mucho desde la persona que nos barre las calles hasta el médico o cirujano que nos opera, ¿verdad? De su condición socioeconómica, de cuánto gane, ¿verdad? De cuánto tenga su patrimonio, o de su pensamiento. Sí, jóvenes, también de la forma de pensar debemos incluirlos. Y bueno, jóvenes estudiantes, nuestras líneas de apoyo emocional, para que no lo olviden, tenemos en Chiriquí 774-4428, en Herrera 970-0278, en Panamá Oeste 515-7396. Muchísimas gracias por escucharme.
Thanks.
Professors.
All right, teacher, we're going to start with our topic for this afternoon. And this topic is job opportunities.
Oh, great.
So this is a very interesting topic, especially for all students who are getting prepared for that field. After they graduate, they want to start working. They want to find a job. And there is a lot out there on the market. So there are many opportunities for our students. Our learning objective for the class, students will be able to identify words and expressions related to job opportunities. Number 2, students will be able to develop and integrate the use of the 4 skills based on reading, speaking, listening, and writing as well. Now, success criteria is what you guys are going to be achieving at the end of the lesson. This is the indicator that will tell you that you have really mastered this lesson. 1, I know how to answer questions during a job interview. Also, I can use vocabulary related to job opportunities, and I can use adjectives to describe jobs, teacher Yosida. Now, I consider that this is a good time to introduce vocabulary. Our students need to master a bunch of words for them to be able to understand the lesson. So I want you to repeat alongside with me, and these words are very important for you to know. Number 1, job opportunities.
Job opportunities.
Number 2, interview.
Interview.
You could say interview, which is a very British pronunciation, but American pronunciation sounds more yeye. Then you say interview.
Interview.
Right? But if you hear the word interview or interview, both are okay. There is any problem with that. All right? Meeting.
Meeting.
So when you are working, then you have meetings, weekly or monthly. So you meet with your department. So then you have a meeting. On time.
On time.
This is when you arrive at work on time. If you start working at 8 o'clock, you are there at 7:40, 7:30. You are teacher on time. Now, schedule.
Schedule.
This word is kind of tricky. The pronunciation is harder than other words. So repeat after me. Schedule.
Schedule.
A schedule is your timetable. A timetable when you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then you have the time. 8 to 9, 10 to 11, 12 to 1. So you have your timetable. Hire.
Hire.
This is when you go to an interview, Professor Osiris, right? You go to an interview, and then you say, okay, you are accepted. That you got the job. It means that you are hired. Estás contratado. So you are hired. You are being accepted. I mean, you got the job. All right? You are hired. Number 7. Now, teacher, this is a very interesting word. For so many people, I feel related to this word. The word is workaholic.
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 Yeah. Your husband? Yeah.
Your husband is a workaholic. Are you sure?
I am a workaholic too.
Yeah.
I need more hours.
I
need
tell.
more hours in a day. Now, workaholic is a person who works too much.
Yes.
Hours and hours and hours. Now, lifeguard.
Lifeguard.
This person who's monitoring and checking what people are swimming. When we have swimmers, they are there to save your life whenever there is a risk. You have a lifeguard. Pet grooming.
Pet grooming.
This is when you take your pet to brush its hair to be neat and clean. That's pet grooming. All the cleaning area of the dog, you take it to the vet. So that's pet grooming. Hostess. There is an event, and then you find this hostess. So this person will help you to go around and to tell you exactly where you can sit at a table, which number, if you want to grab some food. So this hostess will be just guiding you through. All right, skills. Okay, be careful with this word. Don't say skills. Don't put an E before. You have to all right? So then you say skills. We don't say skills. We say skills. Talking about this pronunciation, like school. People say school.
No.
putting an A before. It's incorrect. You don't say a school. You say
Schools.
school. All right?
You were calling someone like...
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
Panamanians with pick up lines. Pick up lines.
Pick up lines. Yeah, like...
Lines. Yeah, dishwasher.
Dishwasher.
Yeah, dishwasher. Number 13. Teacher, this is a very interesting word. It's a new word that I just want to present our students, on this one. Movie buff.
Movie buff.
Movie buff.
Movie buff.
Let me explain what is it.
I want to know.
A movie buff is a person who is very knowledgeable on this area. He knows a lot about movies. Jim Carrey. Oh, no, this is the actor. This is the actress. This is the topic. No, the movie is about this. The movie is about that. The person knows a lot about movies.
Can give you information about the movie.
Any movie you might ask, that person will know everything about it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, babysitting.
Babysitting.
Manager.
Manager.
Employee.
Employee.
Exactly, good pronunciation. Employee.
Employee.
Employment.
Employment.
Wonderful, excellent. Now let us go to the match.
Teacher, honey, I want
I'm gonna go
to
there to you. Yeah. Teacher, you see there has some viewers greeting there. So let's give her the opportunity to read those names out loud.
Yeah, I want to greet some people joining the class. Betancourt, Javier. Also, we got Corona de Stella Marisol. Also, we got Cute Lady 08. This special person is texting us like, he's my teacher.
Oh, really?
Exclamation points and everything. Like, he's my teacher.
Excellent.
Very excited.
What's the name?
Cute Lady.
Cute Lady.
Sending us, waving at us. Also, we got Ángel Palma, 488.
Welcome, Ángel.
Alba Idania. And Giselle, 1201. People joining the class. Remember, you can participate. And we're coming with practice. We're coming with a
match. Teacher, now we do have a match activity. I have 5 different words here.
Yeah.
Number 1, schedule, workaholic, employee, dishwasher, and babysitting.
Okay.
What you have to do is to match the number with the image. Number with the image. You can tell us whether number 1 is letter D, A, B, or C. So take your time to analyze this practice and feel free, to tell us that. Teacher, in the meantime, I would like to start describing some of the images for those students who are listening to us on the radio, right? Letter A, I see a man at a restaurant. This man is doing the dishes. He's doing the dishes. What would that be? A dishwasher or a babysitting? All right? Now, letter D, I see a young lady having a phone call, a lot of sticky notes on her wall, a lot of paper on her desk, and she seems to be busy, and then she has a clock on the wall, meaning that she is just burning the candle. Do you remember that expression, teacher?
Yeah.
Burning the candle at both sides. She is a workaholic. I just said it. All right.
You said it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just giving some ideas about it.
Avoiding the word, but you said it.
Yeah. Then we see a young lady on picture number C taking care of a baby. And there are some toys around. That looks cute. All right. So what would that be? A schedule or babysitting? Then letter E, I see kind of an agenda with people writing dates and notes. Is that a schedule or an employee? So what would that be? Think about it. In the meantime, teacher, let me speak about choosing careers. Choosing a career. So our students need to be ready for this part because it is important for them once they pick on a career, advantages and disadvantages, and if they belong to that field or not. Now, one of the hardest and most exciting choices you will ever make is your career. Although chance may play a part, come prepared. Now, to give you a hint on this one, rule number 1 says, choose a career that is something you really like to do.
Yeah,
I mean, choosing a job is something that you should like to do. As a teacher, I like teaching.
Yes.
So I chose my career because I like to do it. Yes. Professor Osiris is a psychologist, yes, and she is here teaching. She chose the career because she likes to do it. Yes. Professor Grandinson is a teacher. She has selected education because she likes to do it. Exactly. So I recommend you guys to choose the career that you like to do. Number 2, do your research and choose carefully and thoughtfully. Now, once you are ready to choose your career, teacher, that selection, you have to be very careful. Why? Because this is something that you're going to do for a long period of time. And you have to do some research. You got to investigate.
Sometimes you got different options.
Exactly.
So you have to do some research in order to choose the one that you consider will be good for you.
You might have different options, but then you have to do research. Which one is the one that you would like the most, or the one that you want to do, you know, to feel happy. Now, number 3, make it meaningful to you. Exactly. It has to be meaningful. It has to be rewarding. If your job is helping people, that's something meaningful, teacher. My job is something meaningful. I help students to learn. So we help them to learn. So that's something.
Do it with passion.
With passion and with all your heart. You know, that's something that is important that people, you know, may do. Next practice. Now we have some job opportunities that our students can think about. There are some fields and areas. Number 1, government and public administration. Those people working, you know, in politics, others in different offices, you know, that's government and public administration. Then letter B, I have arts. That's another field. But according to the picture, you have to select whether it's 1 or 2. Then picture number 2, education and training. And then letter B, technology. Those are 2 different fields, teacher. And picture number 3, I have finance related to money, finance, and also marketing. Marketing is advertising products, creating catalogs, creating magazines, you know, and advertisements for those products or companies you might be campaigning. Now, I want our students to know, teacher, that we do have a Google Classroom.
Yeah,
and there is a password for the Google Classroom. That Google Classroom has a password where you guys can get access to these practices, the Google Classroom.
We got a password, 5W36FGK. 5W36FGK. This is our password.
Exactly. Where, teacher? Professor says, time is up.
Time is up.
Time is up. We are coming with 12th grade.
Yeah,
stay tuned. My graduates waiting for us. We're going to be right back.
Lunes a las 8 de la mañana suena el timbre para dar inicio a las clases en lengua materna cuna dulegaya por Nacional FM y Radio Nacional AM, comprometidos con la educación de las niñas en las comarcas.
De Sokurina, Guacua Ambico Malo, Ito Malo, we Radio Nacional FM, que Radio Nacional AM, Ayamar, Bularim Maramardurda y de Maloe, Ito Margua.
¡Somos educación!
Conéctate con la estrella Darien y Zamblar. Conéctate con la estrella Colón y Congres. Conéctate con la estrella Radio, redes y TV. Radios y TV. Chiriquí y Bocas. Conéctate, Veraguas. Conéctate, y la comarca. Conéctate.
Suena el timbre de 12º grado. Conéctate con la estrella. Somos más educación.
Welcome back, my dear seniors, 12th graders, those who are going to be future professionals of our country, of our dear Panama, okay? So remember that we got different ways in which you can, interact with us through Instagram, also WhatsApp. Remember that sometimes we don't have time, we cannot see, we are in our car, so we can listen to the class, and also we can participate through WhatsApp. The number 60048182. And remember, we got Instagram, Nacional FM Panamá, and also Conéctate con la Estrella. Remember, you can participate, send your answer, comments, questions. You can answer our practice. We're preparing, a very interesting theme for you. So enjoy it, Teacher Arjona.
Yeah, I'm very happy to welcome all students from Panama. I'm happy to receive our senior students, our graduates. They are about to graduate this year, which is awesome. And I'm your broadcaster, Mr. Arjona. Today, we have a very special topic about professions and occupations. Before we get into the topic, I have the very best psychologist ever, Professor Osiris Moreno, who is an expert on the topic, and she will speak about 1 minute for you.
Hello. Thank you very much, teacher. Muchísimas gracias a todos, mis queridos estudiantes. Y para continuar con nuestro tema de la inclusión, no olvidemos que la inclusión es la actitud, tendencia o política de integrar a todas las personas en la sociedad, con el objetivo de que todas puedan participar y contribuir en ella, beneficiándose de este proceso. Pero ¿qué podemos hacer nosotros para incluir a las personas? Inclusive uno mismo también, ¿no? Presta tu ayuda directa cuando sea necesario. Respeta las decisiones de las personas. Hay momentos en los que todos preferimos estar solos, o la ayuda que se nos brinda o la propuesta que se nos hace no nos apetece, es decir, no nos gusta o no queremos, simplemente no deseamos. Respételo sin ofenderte. Escucha con atención. Las personas con discapacidad, como todos, tienen cosas que contarnos. Actúa con naturalidad. Las personas con discapacidad agradecen que se eviten las diferencias de trato y los paternalismos. Ellos también tienen sus formas de pensar y de decir las cosas como ellos deseen. Pídele su opinión también. Es importante contar con ellos antes de tomar una decisión. Todos tenemos inteligencia, jóvenes, aunque sean minorías o personas con discapacidad o personas de otros países, como nuestro país. No olvidemos que es un crisol de razas. Y bueno, jóvenes, ahora les traigo una invitación para que seas y te conviertas en un U-Reporter. ¿Qué es eso de U-Reporter? U-Report es un espacio de participación para adolescentes y jóvenes entre 13 y 24 años para que sus ideas lleguen a quienes deben escucharlos. En conjunto del Ministerio de Educación y la UNICEF, los jóvenes que se unan a U-Report son conocidos como U-Reporters. Reporters. Thank you very much. Toda la información que ustedes van a verter en esta plataforma es confidencial. Todo lo que publiquen será anónimo. Por eso no lleva nombre. Pueden hacer desde sugerencias para resolver algún problema hasta comunicar o denunciar alguna situación, jóvenes. Y bueno, ¿cuáles son esos pasos para registrarte como U-Reporter? Paso número 1. Guarda el número en tu WhatsApp de 6354-3375, 6354-3375, como un contacto de WhatsApp bajo el nombre de U-Reports Panamá. Escribe el código MEDUCATOY. Responde la pregunta anónima, puede ser de género, de edad, de provincia o distrito. Responde la primera encuesta sobre educación escribiendo la palabra educación. Jóvenes, esto es una oportunidad para ustedes, para que tengan un lugar donde puedan expresarse, o puedan denunciar, o puedan decir algo importante que ustedes quieran decir. Es para todos los jóvenes que en este momento pues deseen comunicarlo. Y bueno, chicos, para terminar tenemos entonces que nuestras líneas de apoyo emocional en Coclé 991-1024, en Herrera 970-0278 y en Panamá 511-4401. Thank you very much, teacher.
Thank you so much for that. It was a great and inspiring message that we got from you, dear Osiris. Teacher, our topic for our 12th graders is professions and occupations. And speaking about professions and occupations, we do need to understand that when you apply for a job, you have to go through a job interview. That's number one, and that's important. Today, for our dear students who are on our social media whether they're using Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, and those students who are listening to us, they're using the radio to listen to this class. Teacher Yosida, today we have the great honor to have with us Mr. Vasco Duke Omar, who is right now from College Station. He is joining us from Texas, United States of America. So we have an international speaker that he will be with us today. We do have some questions for him. So, Mr. Vasco, hello, how are you? How's everything?
Hi, Hosanna. I'm very good here. I'm just at work with my coworkers. I'm happy to answer any questions you have for me today.
Excellent. I just to go with you through an interview. All right. So perfect. I just want to go with you through an interview and ask you some questions, Teacher Yosida. Mr. Vasco, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Vasco Duke. I'm 28 years old. I'm a pretty outgoing person. I like to talk with people and participate in multiple activities. I'm an aeronautical engineer. I just graduated from a mechanical master here in the United States. I'm working now towards a PhD in mechanical engineering as well. Try to understand much of how things work in this world, and I enjoy this a lot.
Excellent, great. Now my coworker, Professor Josita, she has a question for you too.
Hello. I got a question for you. That it's very nice to meet you, Jose. Nice to meet you. And let's see. I want to know what things are most important to you in a work situation. What things you consider are more important for you in a work situation?
Yep. Thank you for your question. And it's also a pleasure to meet you. I will say that teamwork is one of the most essential skills we require. Being able to collaborate with others and show our work, see their work, and create something better. Like synergy around us as a team could make things, being so powerful.
Great.
Excellent. I do have one more question, Vasco. How would you describe yourself as a workaholic?
Undeniably, Teacher Hosanna, I would say I'm a workaholic since I work nonstop. I wake up 7, 8 a.m. and usually go to bed to 1, 2 a.m. working all time on rather my own goals, which is with my family, like that's professional work, personal work. But I do work research stuff, research topics, and then I go to classes still since I'm in a PhD program. So I'm addicted to this work, and I enjoy it every time.
Excellent. I know that you are right now in Texas, United States, speaking to our Panamanian students today. So what advice or tips would you give them in order for them to find a good job? What do they have to consider? What do they have to have in mind when choosing a career, let's say?
Yeah. I will say by my own experience that being authentic is one of the best things you could do whenever you go to a job interview, whenever you want to find your own career goals. Being yourself and be happy in the place you are working or the goals you have is one of the most important skills or goals you may want to have whenever you are deciding what is your path of life. Most importantly, I will say that it's good to have some expectations, whether I'm doing it for 5 years, for 2 years, for 10 years. It's really good to write down all those expectations and goals in order to being able to accomplish. Based on some thought that I read in a book, they recommend that if you think about something and you don't write it you have like a 30% chance of doing it. If you write it, you have a 70% chance of doing it. And if you work for it, you will do it.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's great. Talking about your childhood, what job did you want to have when you were older? When you were a child, what was your dream job? Was this one or other?
I will say that it's most likely related to, I wanted to be a pilot. I wanted to be, one of those, people who ride an airplane and, move people around, place to another. However, colorblind, which enabled me to, do it. So rather than doing that, I transitioned in order to keep in the airplane mood. So that's why I became an aeronautical engineer, and I studied a master in aerospace engineer. It's really close related. So I would say that since I was a child, what I'm doing now is so close related that I would say that it's my dream job.
That is good. So it means that dreams can come true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's excellent, Vasco. I'm glad to see you. It's been a long time I don't see you. So it's great. And I'm so happy that you took some time to really help our Panamanian students to understand the importance of getting prepared, the importance of finding a great job and a career. Because once they graduate from high school, they had to start thinking about the career they want to study in order to apply for a job. I think your time has paid off, and I do appreciate that. Greetings from Panama. Take care, man. And we're very happy. And I do know that those students in the countryside, in the remote areas, where the only device they got is a radio, they are so happy to listen to your experience. That you were living in Panama, now you are there contributing with the nations as well. So Take care, man, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for all the questions.
Excellent. Bye-bye. Continue with today's topic. We're going to continue with our topic, professions and occupations. I think the learning objective have been really achieved. And let's go to the vocabulary, which is a great part of it. Yeah. Excellent. So repeat after me. Teacher, I'm going to mention some of the occupations or professions our students can start thinking about. All right?
Yeah.
So repeat alongside with me. Plumber.
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 A plumber is this man who repairs your house water system, the pipes. Okay? The pipes, the plumber. Now, sailor.
Sailor.
A man dealing with boats, ships, cargo. Yeah. Pharmacist.
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 This person, when you're sick, teacher, you go to a pharmacy, you got the pharmacist. They're helping you with your pills.
Exactly.
Whether it's a painkiller, a Tylenol, antibiotics, whatever you might be taking. Librarian. Very common at schools. Yes. When you were at school, you were doing some homework and then you needed a book. So the librarian was there to give a hand on it.
Because sometimes we need a book. Even though we get Instagram, we get, internet, we need a book.
Exactly. Teacher, what a coincidence.
Yeah. Oh.
Number 5. Psychologist.
Psychologist.
There is a real example here, my friend Osiris, who's the best.
Psychologist.
Yeah. Now, number 6, carpenter.
Carpenter.
Teacher, my profession, my second profession, translator.
Translator.
I am a certified translator. Now, my third career, teacher, you see that?
Okay.
Interpreter. Okay, vet. Vet is this person who helps you with your dogs, your cats, your pets, You have the vet. Now, when you are in trouble, you go to the court or you go to this famous word we're using in Panama now, juez de paz, so you go to the judge, you go to the judge, and all that. Now, if you need to repair your clothing, teacher, you see that you have to sue that. So then we have the tailor. Now, remember about this Panamanian famous boxer, Mano de Piedra Duran, right? So that's also, boxer. Then we have a person who is well prepared, well trained. The person is knowledgeable in different areas
that we all need in our house.
A handyman.
I
gotta confess, I am not that.
Yeah, handyman. You're not, definitely.
Yeah, and then Number 14, we have a painter.
Painter.
When you need to paint your house, teacher, you see that just call a painter.
Yeah.
The person will be more than happy to help you. Surgeon.
Surgeon.
It's a doctor who deals with surgeries. You know, any type of surgery you gotta go through. So you had to go through this particular profession. So we have seen different professions and occupations as well. Teacher Yosida, I know that we are ready on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook through Nacional FM Panamá. I don't know if you would like to greet those people out there before I continue with this little match activity that I got today.
Yeah, we can say hello to Daddy 0817 joining the class, Maylin Díaz, Emilia Dancehall, Arcelio Domi, Lizzy Rosales, Librada FC, sorry. Bonnie 0583, and we got an answer here.
We do?
Emilia Dancehall, like that last name.
Yeah, I'm loving her.
It says number 1 E.
Excellent.
Number 2 C.
Wonderful.
And yeah, that's it for today. I mean, that's it for now. Yeah, because they are like thinking about the answers.
The answers. Perfect.
Yeah.
Teacher, let us move to the next practice. I think we still have time. So then we have, identify professions and occupations. Then we have 3 different pictures, 1, 2, and 3. Then we have number 1, farmer, number 2, biologist, and number 3, gardener. So whether you have to choose is if it's a profession or a career. Teacher Yosida, I think it's time to review.
But I want to say, those who are, sending their answers, I want to read them.
For sure.
It says, Librada FC. She's talking about the previous practices. Number 1E,
correct.
2C, 3A, 4B, 5D, okay? And Emilia Dancehall, 3A.
Excellent. Teacher, profession is the one that you need to study at the university or to take a degree or a certificate or a diploma. I mean, you name it. That's a profession. An occupation, you don't need to go to the university. I mean, you learn that day by day. You develop that. So tell us whether number 1 is profession or occupation.
Okay.
Number 2 and so forth, right? So then you can tell us about that. In the meantime, I just want to remind our audience that we have a Google Classroom password, so they can have access to this practice and solve it at home and perhaps send it to us by next week. The password is, Teacher Yosida, what's the password?
5W36FGK. 5W36FGK. So you got access to this. You can upload your homework and we can give you some feedback, in order to help you to improve your English.
Teacher, time is up.
Time is up.
It's 4 o'clock already. We have finished with high school and it has been a great job speaking, about professions and occupations, but also this international speaker from Texas, United States, that he was willing to help us explaining about his profession and career and all that. So it was quite interesting to have such a great student participating with us. Before I say goodbye, Teacher Yosida,
I want to say thank you to those who were, answering to our practices. Librada FC, thank you, Librada. You did a great job. Emilia Dancehall as well. Jessie Defesi, I know who
Jessie
you wanted to participate, but thank you for being here. She's saying no.
Time is up.
Yeah.
Time is up.
Conéctate con la estrella, con lo único que conéctate con la estrella radio, redes y TV, radio y TV, Chiriquí y Bocas, conéctate, Veraguas, conéctate y la comarca, conéctate con la estrella, vamos a aprender inglés en Panamá y el web.
Todos juntos por Panamá, La educación es la luz que brilla en esta nación. Daniel, Angelo, Max Producer.
Nacional FM. Somos más cultura. A continuación, noticias.